Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another fantastic episode of Let's Play Super Mario World 2, aka Yoshi's Island. So we are finishing up this world here, and then we'll be moving on to the final world of the game. So finishing up World 5, moving on to World 6 in this episode. And this, I can't remember, the last part of this world was difficult for me, and this part was as well. I think this is really where like the peak in the game is coming together, like how hard it's going to be moving forward. I think I'm going to struggle with the rest of the game, which is why we switched these to Monday only episodes. The good news is, though, with it being Monday only episodes, we should be able to complete this game before the end of the month of February, which is really nice, and then we'll be moving into Mario 64, which I'm really excited about as well. But this was a really interesting, I guess, section of this world. I was very entertained, and at the same point in time, I definitely did have to fight and struggle to make my way through this. It was very interesting, to say the least, and yeah, a lot of fun stuff, and a lot of stuff where, at least, like, I would say last time it legitimately felt like the game was cheating in some areas. Here, as long as I took the time to like learn the levels and walk through them a few times, it seemed pretty fair throughout the majority of it, so that's always a plus. Like, when it feels like the game is cheating, that's a pretty big disappointing factor. And I think before we post the end of it, maybe like the Sunday before the final episode comes out, I want to do the introduction, because if I remember, like, the introduction kind of bleeds into the last episode, and I don't think we had that on the first episode. We just sort of jumped into the game. So I want to post like the introduction to Yoshi's Island as its own like 0.5 episode, but that's something to look forward to there. Like I said, that won't be next week, but maybe the week after. Or I guess it would be next week. It would be like Sunday of next week. Monday of next week will be the first part of the final world. And you can see here, I'm creating more suspend points. The good part about this is like my animation software as a whole, or like editing software, video editing software, not my animation stuff, has gotten like a lot better at snipping and snapping the grids together when I'm getting ready to post, so it's not as big of a deal to like walk through this numerous times as it was in the past, which is very nice. It does take a little bit more time, but it works significantly better. That would be my hot take on that, is like the consistency of how well it works blows the old format of the editing software out of the water. Like, it's levels upon where it used to be. And here I was getting stuck here for a little bit, but I think the key is to pull one of those right there, and there should be another red switch coming up here that we can hit that carries us to like the end of this red switch section. And that's why I'm saving, is like, it's just so demoralizing to start this whole section over again. Like, it's very defeating. And here, I think this is going to be our lowest score we ever receive on a level in this game, period. Now, hopefully I say that and it stays true, knock on wood. But I'm hoping that that stays true, because I think this is the lowest score I've ever received. Yeah, 27 out of 100. That's pretty bad. I did not want to explore that level for the life of me. Like, it was really hard to get through it, and I didn't want to explore it. But now let's move into 5-6, which is called Welcome to Cloud World. This one was really aggravating. I actually had to search up how to progress at one point in time. When we get there, I will point it out. But yeah, this one was a boatload of fun, let me tell you. On the plus side, like I said, you know, I'm only coming out with one episode a week of this stuff, so it is a little bit easier. I don't feel as stressed playing it, I would say, which overall leaves me with a very good impression of the game. And it's a lot cleaner when I have to do it in like these takes like this and actually have time to just focus on one episode, because then I can really do a good job at each level versus like having random cuts all throughout it and stuff like that. You know, there are still some cuts when I save and stuff, but just the transition from the cuts becomes a lot cleaner due to that. But this world wouldn't be as bad if we didn't have these guys throwing this stuff at us constantly, like the baseballs, because that knocks us back all over the place, and the platforming is very tight in this world. I was going to say in this level, but honestly in this world in general, the platforming is really, really tight. It's not very forgiving at all. I want to see, can I get this star real quick? This guy just needs one more hit, I think. I don't know how I didn't get knocked off of Yoshi there, but I don't have time to get the star now. Crap. Okay. Moving onward. And I try to deal with these guys like as soon as I possibly can, because if not, they become like the biggest headache in the world. They were not my favorite in Super Mario Bros. 3, and they're becoming more and more my least favorite opponent. In this section here, I've found it greatly beneficial to just repeatedly jump when you come into contact with these guys, because at least if the egg hits you, it hits you in the air and you just go up instead of going in wild, crazy directions. So that's like a good pro tip if you're playing through this. I don't know if I would call it a pro tip because I'm not a pro, but that's what I found helps me the most in this level specifically. And let's get these guys out of here. Oh, that was almost a perfect run. Almost a perfect 2 for 2. We need to knock this guy out of here. Anything that's on the edge of the screen is pretty important, and then those guys in the sky are like my second objective there. Like, I want to get them out of here as soon as possible, but anything on the edge of the screen that like we're gonna legitimately need to remove to progress is a little bit more important. And I want to get him, but I believe I'm out of eggs at this moment. I could probably get some, but I don't know. There we go. We sucked up the clouds, so we got it anyways. They're out of there. They're out of the picture. Let's create a suspend point just in case we die here. Somewhere we can go back to. Man, having the suspend point makes this game so much easier. I don't know if I would be able... I would be able to, if I did one episode a week from the get-go, be able to finish on time, but... Man, if I didn't have those suspend points, I don't think I could beat this game. It's one area that the Switch really shines, because it gives me the opportunity to have stuff like that inside of the game, which is very nice. It's a very nice addition to these games. I tried not to rely on it too much in Super Mario World. I think I did towards the end. In Super Mario 3, I didn't even know it existed. And the original Super Mario Bros., I don't think I utilized it at all, so... But we're almost done with, like, our 2D Super Mario games. I mean, we'll have some sporadically, but we're done for a little while. We'll be moving to 64. It's one of the first... That is the first 3D Mario game. That's going to be really cool. I think it'll be a really adventurous gameplay. Yeah, this is where I kept dying with this guy, and then like the next screen you're about to see. So what makes the most sense here, because he's just going to continuously keep doing that to the point that you're going to want to die, is just right from the get-go, jump over to him and kill him. Kill him, get Baby Mario back, and now let's wait for a balloon to come and we'll land on it this way, so that way he doesn't even have an opportunity to respawn, and take a very slow trip up here. Because honestly, I'd rather it be a little bit slower than repeatedly die. So that's at least my take on it. Others may have different opinions. Let's create a suspend point here, and I believe I go down this tube, even though I'm not really sure what it does, or yeah, like what exactly goes on here. No, I don't go down the tube. No, I might go down the tube. I forget if I do or not. I do. Okay. So this gives us some different music to listen to, which means something exciting can probably happen here. I just don't have any idea what it is. I try to throw this thing around, some eggs, just to see if we can make anything happen, but I'm not seeing any magic. I even try to butt pound this little area, but nothing's going on. So I guess let's just return. I can't find anything. I try to go up each of these, but nothing's going on down there, so I'm missing out on a secret somewhere. And this part was really confusing to me. I actually did have to pause the game and search how to do this. So, yep, you'll see me mess it up here a few times, and then I'll show you how it's actually done. I can't tell where the cut is on my end. I think it's like right about here. Yep, so I need to stand right here and get that guy to hit it on his side. So I need to play to his ability, which is pretty neat. The game plays with tactics like that very rarely, but this is one of those instances where it's actually required for progression. See, now we can jump up here too because he hit the red switch on his side, flipping them back the other way. So, like I said, really cool. I like it when the game makes me think like that, but it also can cause problems. So, and like I said, we're saving throughout this. I'm not afraid to admit that we're saving throughout the levels anymore because honestly, they're so challenging. Like, it's like a constant struggle to get through these levels anymore. And he's just going to hit us from the bottom, but there's these things above us, so we should be fine. Let's kill that guy. Let's do the old swoop. I miss a red coin there. That kind of stinks. Now, I think I'm going to save on this platform. It's so narrow, and I have a feeling that, like, death could happen here pretty easily. It's just one of those areas, it looks like. Oh, it could, yeah. I think you could walk right through that rock. That's what I was scared of there. Because I think I did walk through the rock and had to restart this little portion again. So that's like a really good way to just fall through the level. It doesn't look like you can walk through it, but you can. And then the end of the level is like right down here, if I recall correctly. Yep. So there we go. We got a good amount of flowers that time around. Can we get a bonus section? Is a bonus section allowed for Average Joe? No, it's a dud, which is fine. Like I said, the bonus sections really just expand me doing the voiceover on these. I don't find them particularly great or like anything to write home about, so that's fine. I'll take it with no bonus section. And today, I don't know, yeah, this will be coming out the day after the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl will be airing a little bit later this afternoon, so I'll probably I'll be watching that. And then yeah, I don't know. That should be really fun. That's something to do, right? We can't swallow these penguins, I forget that. Let's just throw them over here. But yeah, I'll probably watch that. I may even, depending on like how it's going, I may do the voice recording for Pokemon coming out here on Tuesday. I just wrapped that up. I actually think this week is going to be the last week for the Pokemon series if you've been watching that. So this Tuesday and Thursday will probably be the last, and then we'll be switching into a new game over there, which is exciting. It was pretty difficult to beat, just as I expect this game is going to be. But, and like I said, you know, like the layout of the screen has changed a little bit since I started recording this way. It's just sort of like how this is captured. Like, it's stupid. I can only really pull the screen diagonally anymore when I'm trying to resize things. Like, I can't pull it up or down, which to me is extremely aggravating, to be honest. But you know, it's just one of those things. We'll get used to it. The channel will continue to pump out content. Things will remain the same. It's not going to be the end of the world. Let's go over here. Let's save again. Like I said, I'm being a nervous Nelly over here. Now that we're approaching the end of the game, I just don't want to have to redo these levels multiple times in their entirety to progress. I just want to be able to have some straightforward paths here. Surprised the game didn't have those guys land on my thing. Like, it does seem like that with the difficulty amping up, that would have been a really good move to make that a little bit harder. Not that I really want the game to be harder, but it seems like something the game would have done. You know what I mean? So there we go. We save here, and it looks like I got stuck on the save screen for a second. And we save because if you've seen any of these episodes in the past, you'll know how terrible of a task this actually is for me. Like, I'm really scared to do this. I think I get it in one take, to be honest. I think the part afterward I struggle with a little bit, but yeah, because I think I just end up hopping through the vast majority of the level here right as I save here, because I died so many times on this lower section. But neat trick, you could actually, if you just start jumping here, land on this platform, and then just continuously jump, as long as you get lucky with timing and land on some of these things at the right time, you can just pretty much jump your way through the end of this level. Like, it just works out. It's pretty neat. Like, just keep jumping and you'll be there. So instead of having to do all the platforming junk that's all the way back there, you just keep jumping and going to the right hand side of the screen and you'll make it. Now this one's going to move ultra fast. Yep. So I'm going to do my jump tactic again, try and jump over whatever hoopla is below me. Okay, that seemed to work. Now I'm probably, this is why my score is getting lower, is because I'm essentially skipping a vast majority of the level. Save here again, and this has like the same kind of tactic here, just jump. Then as long as you can get past this guy, you're golden. Then get my baby Mario back, and then I'm pretty sure if I had an extra egg or two, there might be a secret off here to the right. You'll see exactly what I mean in a second, because this is like the breakable stuff. You can see I go for it, but I just don't get that bottom layer, so we're not going to be able to actually traverse through that way. I'm sure there was a way, but I don't really want to spend 20 minutes clearing that all out. Let's get our halfway mark. I think we save one more time in this level. And there's a lot of saving going on here, folks. Like I said, I'm not the greatest platformer. I'm not great at strategic gameplay, any of that jazz that the game is asking me to be good at. So the best thing I could do is just continue to progress forward. I kind of wanted this guy to move out of the way, because he's going to be annoying there and we can't really do anything. But here you just need to run, and if you jump and trust the process, you'll land on that flower. So that's a nice win. I always like getting the flowers when I can. And there's another save. Look at that. The saving is getting excessive, I'm aware. But like I said, I'm being a bit of a nervous Nelly over here during these final levels. I'm really scared as to what the end of the game looks like, being as this part has been so hard. And I know on your end it probably doesn't look very hard, but you have to imagine, right, the pressure's there as you're playing through it. Like, oh my god, am I going to have to do this again? I don't know, can we get that? No, we can't get that last flower. Crap. Okay, let's just jump straight through this again. Let's go this way quick. And there we go, we only got one flower again, so I'm guessing this is going to be a relatively low score, like probably in the 40s. But we do actually get the bonus challenge, so that does kind of make up for it, I guess, in my head a little bit. Not really, in all reality, but... Okay, 38. So a terrible score, but still not our lowest. 27 holds the record for the all-time low score. And here we go. Now we're flipping and matching things here. We've played this before. I don't consider it to be a great game. We actually get items when we do this. I just now realized, like, when we press pause, you could pull up these items and use them in the middle of a level, which could be really beneficial. Like, I wish I knew that from the start, but I'm not even certain how that works on my end yet. So maybe we'll see that a little bit next episode. I know we'll definitely see it in the finale episode, because I have all these items that I've collected over the series and just haven't done anything with them up until this point. So we'll see it moving forward. I just don't know when. And hopefully I remember that it's a possibility, because I am a forgetful person. It's possible I could forget that you could even do such a thing in this game. These ones are cool, like you jump up here, but I think on this last one, yeah, you see how it's thin? So that one actually falls over when you step on it, which is pretty neat. I try to go this way to see what's here, but it's nothing. This thing's going to go up at like the speed of Jesus here. Oh no, don't lose baby Mario. So the key here is just to make it to the top using these. Of course, we want to land in the middle one. That'll get us up there the quickest. But they'll all lead to like the next one. You just need to jump or land on the next one, except for that last one. You need to go up the middle one there. Let's create some more suspend points. Let's save our game. I don't think there's too much needed here. I think I died a few times in here, but it wasn't as bad as previous castles. I actually didn't find this castle to be like horrific, and I thought the boss fight was actually pretty fair compared to the last couple ones. Like even the midway boss fight here, I thought was a lot harder than this one. And here's a neat secret I learned. So they always do that extra wide one, and then you could jump and not get hit by the flaming ball of death. But I learned it here, you could actually just eat them, which is pretty neat. I wish I knew that. Let's pick up this piece, and I think we save here. Yeah, this is where I died a couple times. But outside of this, I think this was the hardest part. So you just want to jump and hit these guys on the ceilings. Like, that's the trick. And this guy down the bottom, you don't need to worry about as long as you just keep moving. There's these guys over here. I think I do save on this end just because that guy was such a pain that I don't want to deal with him again, but I really didn't run into very many problems. This bullet bill is going to be annoying, I could already tell. Oh no, 3, 2, oh, cutting it close. Cutting it close, my Yoshi boy. Okay, let's land on this thing. Let's see if we could just ride this all the way up. Yep. I don't want to deal with all the hoopla in there. I know there's some secrets and stuff like that that we can get, but I really don't want to live with it, folks. It seems like a lot of work for little reward, especially in a castle. And it's funny, when you hit them with the ice, the spike ball still goes, so it would have been smarter to actually eat that guy, but I had the ice in my mouth, so not really much I could do there. Let's head on over this way. Make my way downtown. And I can't figure out how to get up here for the life of me. So I think the easier method is just to continue this way and give up on any hopes and dreams I had about going that way. This part, yeah, I do save here as well once we get close to the top, just because it's a pain in the neck. But this part's not really hard. I just suck at basic platforming abilities. So you want to take your eggs here and clear out a path for yourself. Just like that. Very nice path. Got a lot of the blocks there. Okay, let's see if we need any more eggs. I don't know if we will. Let's use up all this ice crap. Now we can actually get this guy in our mouth. Like, bloop, get him, Average Joe. I didn't really comprehend at first what we could do there. Then we want to spit him there. And maybe we want to spit him, yeah, because we're just going to keep doing that. Maybe let's get him up here. Spit him here. And then ride him as high up as we can. Now we want to get some of these ones that we couldn't see before. And there we go, we got a 1-up out of the whole deal. Let's see, I just need to make it to like an open slot. I don't think we're gonna need that one. I think they give us another one for the next one. Yeah, we probably couldn't have gone through the tube with that thing in our mouth. This is where I believe it's going to get tricky, and rightfully so, which is why I save here and then save at the top, just because the jump is so precise. Let's eat that guy. Let's eat that guy. And that guy we can hit. Oh, I'm gonna fall. I'm gonna fall. So you can see, that's why I save at the top the next time I make it up there, is because that fall just kind of stinks. It's not the end of the world, but like doing this repeatedly can be a pain. And I particularly don't want to do it as many times as I did do it. These guys luckily do not respawn, which is very nice. Let's take that. Like I said, maybe we'll do... Let's knock these guys out of here, and then maybe we'll do a save. Nope. I can't make it. I can't make it. Oh! Okay, okay. Let's get down below. On this dot here. And let's create the save here. Yep. Good decision. Good decision all around. For someone who sucks at platforming, that felt like a good move. Now let's try and jump. Now we could jump and make it in there. You have to be very precise on that. I never really understand why, but... Like, I get it, but I don't get it. It's the end of the game. They want you to show your perfected skills, but I am not good at this game. And I actually don't have any skills either. So, there's that. Okay, let's go through here. Do I save once more? I think I might, because this looks dangerous. It's not, but you never know when danger lies ahead. Jump on up. Then here we could just clean jump, because I'm not really worried about getting coins and things like that. Like, let's just jump all the way through this nonsense. Oh, let's dodge these guys. Oh, I walk right into them after I said that. That's perfect. Good job, Average Joe. Which means there's probably going to be more storming down. Yep, there they are. I knew they were coming, and I still didn't dodge them. Now, these guys are going up and down this little red thing. They're not going to come down here because that thing is in the way blocking them. So this is a good opportunity to get 3 eggs quick. I'm not sure if eggs will benefit us in the boss battle, but if they will, it does sort of feel like we're approaching the end of the castle. So, better to be stocked up, I guess. Yeah, yep, there we go. As I thought. And let's get some of these. Some extra time, Baby Mario. Always helps. And let's save once more outside the boss doors, just in case we get hosed. Let's go. Let's go take on the boss. And this actually is, yeah, like I said, the past couple times, it may have taken a couple times, but this one actually only took one attempt. You'll kind of see that in its like format. It's a little bit longer, but it is actually like, compared to the other boss battles, I think this one was really, it was intuitive, but it was also like really creative in the way that it did it. It really shakes it up. If you like this episode, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. All that good stuff greatly motivates myself to make videos just like this in the future. We'll be playing through the rest of this series throughout February and starting Mario 64 in March. And then, like I said, some Pokemon games will be coming out Tuesdays and Thursdays. This week it'll be Pokemon Scarlet. And then this week will probably be the end of that, so it'll be either Let's Go Pikachu or Let's Go Eevee moving forward. But here, this one is like pretty straightforward, right? It wants us to butt pound, and then the thing comes out the other side, like the little spike. So we're probably supposed to hit him with the spike. It takes me a little while to get used to like his walking pattern. But I think the key is like just stay on these. And the perspective is like, woo! Right? This is like crazy nonsense perspective. We're just floating on a little rock in outer space. It's tough to get him, like logically, it doesn't make sense the way that he moves around this. You would think he would move around in a different way. But yeah, like I said, after I hit him the first time, like the second and third time becomes really easy because I understand like how he works. You'll see exactly what I mean here. Like you're better off, oh, come on, Average Joe, realize it, buddy. You're better off to stand on a peg and just let him run around you and wait till he stops on a spot, because he learns this move halfway through this fight that I think he's about to do here sometime soon. See, because he's going to come this way, which is tempting you to go that way, but he always goes back. Like, it's always worth it. He does that. But if you're on these little things, he can't hit you. So you're better off to just always stay on this thing and time it and just wait. Like 10 out of 10 times, that's what I would recommend doing. Because you see, they don't hit you when you're up here. Now he can hit you. But it can become... It's a lot more dicey to be running around the field. And even though my timing sucks, at least we know we're safe from that one attack. And I think he's just going to stand right there, so let's just hit him once more, and that's it. Like I said, if you guys like this series, please feel free to tune in. Next week, we'll be starting World 6, and then the following week, we will be beating the game and meeting our final rival. And then Tuesday, Thursday this week, we'll be finishing up Pokemon Scarlet, and then we'll be moving into the next Let's Play series. So, like I said, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. That stuff actually does motivate myself, and I do try to get back to like every comment that I see. I've been pretty... 26, our new lowest score! Look at that, going out on a bang on this episode, ladies and gentlemen. We got a 26. It even highlighted it in red. It's like, you freaking bum. You suck. So, yeah, that's our lowest score period to date. And here, there actually is like a cool little addition to the outro. So like normally, you know, Yoshi goes, he stomps right up. He's going up the little, up the Cloud City, up to there, and he's gonna blow that up and put his flag up there. But of course, the next world is the Dark World, so we'll get to see a snip of that here in a second. But I'm gonna shut up while that plays. I hope you all have a snazzy start to your week, and everything goes well, and we'll see you all here on the next one. Look at that cool Dark World, that's pretty awesome. Peace out, guys.